health elevated, all that and so much more. And I truly believe that's a direct result of me participating in this 30-day walking challenge. Hey you guys, it's Mish. Welcome back to my channel where I like to bring you guys along with me as I navigate my faith, fitness, and financial journeys. So today is part 2 of the 30-day walking challenge that I'm on. Didn't quite start off the way that I hoped or expected, but we definitely pushed through this week. Without further ado, we're just gonna hop straight into the video. So originally for day 8, I planned on walking outside, but when I woke up today, it was just too windy. So I was just like, you know what? Let me go to the gym and complete my 15-minute walk there. Now, yesterday on day 7 was supposed to be a 15-minute walk, but I didn't get around to it. So I just counted that as a rest day. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the actual schedule for this challenge. Like, there's 5 rest days incorporated throughout this 30-day challenge. So do whatever fits your lifestyle. So instead of having a rest day on day 10 now, I switched that to day 7, which means that on day 10, I will actually be completing my 15-minute walk there. Do what works for you in your lifestyle, as long as you get it done. As I said, spread out the 5 days however you please. Now, I am trying my best to keep on track. And this crazy part is, like, I got home, I was like, you know what? Because I was ripping and running all day with my mom and my sister. Well, my sister graduated, kudos to her. And then my mom needed me to take her a few places because I picked her up to take her to the graduation. And then when I looked up, it was like 5 o'clock at night. And I laughed because my sister was like, now you gonna blame us saying that you were out with us all day. You couldn't even do the stuff that you needed to do. And then I came home and it was late and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to walk outside. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take a nap real quick. First mistake. And then I woke up and it was just like so windy and I hadn't had on my gym clothes. And then all those excuses started popping in my head and I'm just like, and then I fell back asleep. So it's cool. Life happens. We make adjustments. We keep it pushing. But life wouldn't be life if it didn't life every now and then, right? Right?
What do you do when what you're praying for isn't producing any proof? We're supposed to keep the faith. In reality, we start thinking that something must be wrong with us, or maybe even our prayers.
I actually end up completing probably like a 20-minute lower body workout. Actually, I guess I did a little bit. It was a full body workout to a certain extent, but I felt so good after the gym. I was like, hey, go through Jamba Juice, get you a little drinky drink. And then I was just like, nope, go home, drink your Trader Joe's mango smoothie and call it a day. So now that I'm home, I'm just going to complete my daily devotional for today. For today's portion of the daily devotional, it's entitled Slow Miracles, and what stood out to me, it says, it's easy to celebrate the instant miracles where healing comes quickly. Said God has something unique in store for you, but he won't rush it. The fast miracles may feel good, but the slow miracles will feed good. You matter too much for God to give you an unfinished blessing. And then the journal portion, it says, how is God using what seems like a delay as a chance to develop something greater inside of you? What might that something be and why? So when I read this, the intro to Matrimony by Wale, that part first jumped into my head, where it's talking about like growth and like you can't really prepare for that next phase in your life because it's something new, it's something that you've never experienced before. But then it also just made me think about, you know, like being patient and waiting on things and not trying to rush the process, enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, things that I always talk about. But I do fall victim to be like, dang, I want things to happen here and I want things to happen now and things along that nature. And it's just like, sweetheart, first of all, slow down, chill out, take a breather. And that's what I feel like sometimes I really do have to sit down and tell myself things like that, just because I don't want to do things prematurely and I don't want to receive things prematurely. And that's something that I truly stand by. Doing things prematurely and receiving things prematurely takes away from the bigger picture of the thing that you're receiving or the thing that you're doing. And it doesn't feel quite as great or as good as it could have if you would have done things on the correct timeline. So that is what stood out to me today. Well, hello, you guys. Welcome to day 9. Today is a 30-minute walk. I came to the Kellogg Park, which is a sports complex. So I think the exterior of this park, the loop around, is 1.5 miles. I'll take you guys along and then I will come back in the car and talk to you guys after it's over.
Summer is always surprising me in just a bit. It's mid-July, then it's gone, and I haven't moved on. Summer is always confusing me. Honestly, I thought I'd feel warm, but I'm cold. It's getting old. I've said so many times.
So I don't know if you know it or not, but we are definitely doing the things. We're doing the easy things, we're doing the hard things, and we're just persevering through the self-doubt and the setbacks. So I feel that anybody that watches my videos knows that it's about self-development, self-growth, like the elevation of your current lifestyle, somehow being a better you, whether that's physically, financially, or through your faith/spiritual journey, whatever it is. So don't let your mood stop you from becoming or doing the things that you want to do and the things that you are meant to do. So the other day I was listening to the Redefining Wealth podcast and something really stood out. The host, Patrice Washington, she said long ago Steve Harvey had told her, you don't get the things that you want, you get the things that you believe you're supposed to have. And at the end of the day, I felt this tied into the whole believing bigger. And it's just like, what am I believing right now in regards to the things that I want to manifest in my life right now? So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are believing right now. I did not make a full loop around. I was probably stay thirsty. I was probably 2/3 of the way done, and that actually happened to be 30 minutes. So I definitely will be back here for my longer walks. But yeah, I feel that a lot was just implanted into me, just about like future videos that I want to make and what I want to accomplish within my own life as far as faith, fitness, and finances. You know, that's my overarching theme of this channel anyways, but I just feel a few things were clarified for me on this walk. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 10.
Where you been and where you hiding? I know you're lying. Don't you try it, no. You really shouldn't play with fire. Put it out with water, but now you're drowning. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying.
Well, hello, you guys. Hopefully you can hear me really good. I know that there's some traffic behind me and there's birds going on. As I was getting ready before I came here today, I was just like, wow, like I'm really starting to look forward to these walks each day and just kind of like getting dressed and be like, what park can I go to today, or am I going to go to the gym, or I'm going to walk around my own neighborhood. One of the things that I like about this particular park is that they do have a little bit of a water area where there's some geese and then also some ducks. So I completed my daily devotional listening part, and then I highlighted a few things. I haven't done the journaling, so I am going to find a nice place here at the park so that I could do a little bit of journaling, a little bit of reading. I don't know if I'm going to do it on my Kindle or the physical book that I brought along with me, and then also a little bit of planning. So yes, I came out here originally for the purpose of getting my walk in, but that doesn't mean that I have to be limited to just those specific things. Like, if I have time to do some planning out here, then do some planning. If you wanted to bring a nice little snack with you so that you can have somewhat of a picnic, then do that too. I'm really contemplating doing like a 90-day makeover with each month being a new thing. So let me know, or glow up, whatever you want to call it. But let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in. I'm still kind of working on the back end of formulating what that will actually look like as far as videos, and what that will look like as far as supplemental things like workbooks and all that good stuff. And I want to start it for June, so it's right around the corner. This is something that popped into my head fairly recently, actually yesterday in the vlog that I was talking about. And I saw something that says, you know what, put it out there. So I'm going to put it out there. Let me know if you guys are interested in doing that, just so that I could work a little bit more on the workbook and the stuff that will go along with it. I'm definitely one of those type of people that likes to have some type of checklist or plan or guide to refer to. I wouldn't go with a guide, with some type of guide to refer to. But I am going to get started here after I find me a nice little spot that isn't too hot on my journal. And then I will see you guys tomorrow for day 11.
Whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying to be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. You're telling me I should go places. You're telling me that I'm too lazy.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's day 11. Today is my first 20-minute walk, and it's definitely a struggle for me. I'm just really tired, and I did not feel like leaving my house at all today. And that's one, because I didn't get all that much rest. I got off at 6 a.m. and then I had a class to teach from 6 to 10. So then I got home later than normal. And anybody that works nights should know that, like, anytime their schedule is slightly adjusted, I feel it just throws everything off. Then I got back up probably around 3 o'clock. And then I just kind of laid around for roughly like an hour and a half or two. And I kept talking to myself, and I kept saying, like, hey, get up, go. And then it turned into one of those situations where on day 7 at the start of the video, that wasn't the scheduled rest day, but because I didn't do what I was supposed to be doing, then it turned into a rest day and I fell asleep. And I was just like, the later it gets in the day, I'm typically one of those people that will be like, you know, all that stuff can kind of go to the wayside. So I was just like, you know what? Get up, get dressed, get it done so that you can come back and do everything that you are supposed to do, and then go that route. I'm about halfway through my walk, and that it will probably just be one particular loop at this park. That's another thing that I like too about these different parks that I'm going to, is just how big the exterior really is, so that I don't have to make 50 bajillion loops. And I feel like 3 would be the max for wherever I go to. The park that I went to the other day, that one was great, the one where I didn't make it all the way around.
Just pulled up to the house. Don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing.
So you guys, today is day 12, another 20-minute walk. I came to Gardens Park today. It's something that I had looked up on Google Maps when I was looking for parks to attend. Now, the picture that made me come here, I think maybe, I don't know what season it was, because they had like these white trees. I'm gonna insert a picture, and I thought it was so pretty, but I think that's more of like a springtime bloom versus anything else. But it's really nice out here still nonetheless. And I don't know, I just, I got rest, so your girl is definitely, spirits are up, mood is definitely boosted, and it's just so nice. This is a park in Summerlin, and that's one of the other things too that I'm really enjoying about this whole 30-day challenge, is just looking up different parks to go to and to walk at. And then they have these cute, little individual picnic areas, but it's really well maintained. But of course, because it's in Summerlin, which is a nicer part of town, so yeah, there's quite a few people out here just exercising, getting their day started here with their pets. It's peaceful, serene, all the good stuff. But I do have a few more parks like on the other side of town that, on the other side of town that I would like to go to as well. But we'll see how many times I can make it around in my 20 minutes. Just getting outside, getting active, however much time you have available. I know here in Las Vegas, there's so many parks in like a short amount of distance. Like where I live at, within probably like a 10-minute driving distance, there's probably at least like 6 legitimate parks. So get out, catch some sun rays, do something for you, your health, your mood. Something about the background behind me is really reminding me of the botanical gardens in Denver. And I have been on this botanical gardens kick for at least since last September, around my birthday, or maybe it was a little bit before. I started out in Atlanta. Atlanta's botanical gardens was so nice. It's definitely something that I will go back to. But anyways, I'm getting off subject. That's what this here reminds me of. But I was listening to my daily devotional as I was walking, and it was talking about rest, and it was talking about how self-care is needed, but sometimes we still find ourselves exhausted after completing these self-care activities. And then she came up with the acronym REST, which is, I'll put it on the screen. I believe it said releasing every sabotaging thought and taking those restless thoughts that we may have to God, and that we're not overthinking or doing things that make us restless or make us anxious. And to me, I wanted to comment on that because I do find myself at times being like, okay, like I'm not at work, or I don't really have a lot going on, but yet I still feel restless. Like I got all the sleep that was needed, but yet I still feel restless. And I think that restlessness comes from when I'm not as grounded as I should be in my word. Other times it is physical things like, sweetheart, you got 4 hours of sleep, you're tired. Nothing is really going to fix this issue for you besides actually getting physical sleep. But it always doesn't have to be like that. I still do have to do the journaling portion for today. And since I'm down here, I think I'm gonna try out this new cafe before I head back home. Not really sure, but if I don't talk to you guys again, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch part 2 of this walking challenge. Let me know in the comments if you guys have started walking a little bit more since watching these videos. If you haven't caught part 1, be sure to do that. But as usual, take time to enjoy your own journey, and I will catch you guys in the comments into the next video. Bye.
Taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed